The 2021 Swift isn't very different on the outside. It's got a two-tone paint scheme if you want it, and it's got this new bar of chrome running across the grille. But what's really different is the 90 horsepower engine under the hood. Just how much better is it? Let's find out. But first, a little more on the dual jet engine that uses 2 injectors in place of 1. This results in faster responses, more torque, and greater smoothness and efficiency. The 2021 Swift also gets idle start-stop to save fuel, and efficiency is up by a massive 2 kilometers a litre, up to a claimed 23.2 kpl. So can you feel the difference in performance from behind the wheel? The first thing you notice is that at idle, the engine feels smoother. In fact, vibrations are so low, you barely notice it running in the background. It even idles as low as 600 RPM with the air conditioning off. Now this dual jet engine is pretty impressive. It's smooth at low RPM. It pulls well when you put your foot even gently on the throttle and then really step on it. And it really does enjoy revving. It doesn't quite leap off the line, but acceleration is progressive and gets stronger and stronger. And as you rev it harder, it gets more enthusiastic. It starts pulling hard from around 4000 RPM and then hang on to around 6, and it's plenty of fun. There's a nice snarl in the top end, and the engine always stays smooth and happy to rev. It's a significant update. Performance is stronger too. Hold the Swift accelerator down and the 2021 Swift revs till 6400 RPM with the 0 to 100 coming up in 11.67 seconds. The 100 bhp Hyundai Neos Turbo, however, is much faster. 100 comes up in just 9.8 seconds, and so is the Volkswagen 1-litre TSI Polo. Both smaller engines making good use of the turbo boost. Not only is the engine smoother, the Swift is just as nice to drive in traffic because of the light gearbox and clutch, the steering that doesn't need much effort, and the nicely set up brakes. The new Swift has a familiar ride too. Now the Swift has always had a hint of stiffness when it comes to ride. Maruti have softened it over the years, and this probably is the best riding Swift. It rounds off bumps pretty well, but you do feel some of the sharper ones, especially at these low and medium speeds. When it comes to handling, the darty, agile nature of the Swift remains. Now the new Swift may not have the most feel-sim steering, and some of its competitors have a bit more grip, but show it a set of corners and the Swift can definitely plant a smile on your face. It's a fun little car, and the harder you drive the Swift, the nicer it gets. The new Swift, however, remains familiar on the inside. Now, not much has changed on the inside of the Swift, but it's now much more colorful. Smart Play Studio here with its colored tiles really brightens up the cabin. You get a color MID between the two dials, as on the Baleno, and the dials themselves get these lovely red highlights. They look pretty sporty, as does this wheel. Also nice is the way the seat holds you in place. There's new fabric on the seats and a few other touches like some highlights. Some of the plastics could have been less shiny, better built, and the car is missing some kit like connected tech and wireless charging. But overall, the cabin is a comfortable place to be. And you do get some new kit like cruise control and automatic folding mirrors. Now, legroom isn't a problem in the back of the new Swift per se. There's a pretty decent amount here and you can stretch your legs under the seat. But the backrest is a bit upright, and because the C-pillar has a shroud here, due to the door handle, it does feel a bit hemmed in. The Swift is a car with loads of character, genuine personality and an identity all its own. Performance on the 2021 Swift is marginally stronger. The engine is smoother and it remains light and easy to drive. While the new Swift may not be as fun to drive as it once was, it's also reasonably engaging and entertaining when you up the pace. What makes it even more appealing is the fact that it is comfortable on the inside, has a practical boot, and is more efficient by a claimed 2 kilometers a litre. It may not be quite as well equipped as rivals, and priced between 5.7 and 8.4 lakh, it costs a bit more. Still, there's no denying the new Swift exerts an extremely strong pull, and a lot of that has to do with the fact that it's both practical and entertaining from behind the wheel in equal measure.